Welcome back to the English Vision Podcast, the show where we help you improve your English while discussing ideas that can change your life. I am your host, John.
And I am Sarah. Hello, everyone. I am really happy to be here with you today.
It is great to have you, Sarah. How has your week been? You mentioned before we started recording that you had a big presentation at work this week.
Yes, I did. To be honest, I was very nervous. My hands were shaking, and I was so worried about making mistakes when I speak English. I always look at people who can speak in front of others, and I think, they are so lucky. I really wish I was born with that much confidence.
I am so glad you brought that up because that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. We are discussing how to be more confident. And what you just said is actually a very common myth. People often think confidence is a genetic trait. A trait is a quality you are born with, like having brown eyes or being naturally tall. People think you are either born with confidence or you are not. But the truth is, confidence is a skill.
Wait, confidence is a skill? Do you mean it is something like driving a car or learning how to cook?
Exactly. Confidence is a skill you can learn, practice, and improve over time. Nobody's born knowing how to drive a car. You learn by doing it, making mistakes, and trying again. Confidence works the exact same way.
That is very interesting, because when I look at confident people, they look so natural. It looks like they never feel fear.
That is an illusion. An illusion is something that looks real but is not. Confident people still feel fear. The difference is how they handle that fear. Many of us wait to feel confident before we do something scary. For example, we say, I will speak up in the meeting when I feel more confident. Have you ever felt that way?
Yes, all the time. I always tell myself that I need to study more grammar, and then I will feel confident enough to talk to native speakers.
That makes total sense, but psychologically, that's backwards. Action actually comes before the feeling of confidence. There's a concept called the Confidence-Competence Loop. Competence is a big word, but it just means the ability to do something well.
So competence means being good at something?
Yes, exactly. Here's how the loop works. First, you try something new, and you're probably not very good at it. But by trying, you gain a little bit of competence. You get a tiny bit better. Because you got better, you gain a tiny bit of confidence. That new confidence makes you want to try again. You practice more, your competence goes up, and then your confidence goes up even more. It's a continuous circle.
I think I understand. So I cannot just sit in my room and read books to become confident. I have to actually go out and do the thing, even if I'm scared, so I can get better at it.
You hit the nail on the head. That means you got the exact right answer. You have to take action first. The feeling of confidence is your brain's reward for surviving the scary action.
But John, taking that first action is the hardest part. If I'm terrified of speaking English in a big meeting, how do I just do it? It feels impossible.
That is a very fair point. If the action is too big, it will freeze you. The secret here is to use micro habits. Micro means very small. A micro habit is a tiny, easy action that you can do every day. Instead of trying to speak for 10 minutes in a big meeting, you set a much smaller goal.
Can you give me an example of a micro habit for confidence?
Absolutely. Let's say you want to be more confident speaking to strangers. Don't start by trying to have a long conversation. Start by just making eye contact and smiling at the person who makes your coffee at the cafe. That's your only goal. Once that feels easy, your next micro habit could be saying, "Good morning, how are you?"
Oh, I like that. It's like taking very small steps. If the step is small, my brain doesn't panic.
Exactly. Your brain is designed to protect you from danger. When you try to do something really big and scary, your brain sounds an alarm. By taking tiny steps, you sneak past your brain's alarm system. You build up your competence slowly, and the confidence follows naturally.
What about body language? I read an article once that said how you stand can change how you feel. Is that true, or is it just a trick?
It's absolutely true, and it's backed by science. Your brain and your body are always communicating. When we're scared or nervous, we make ourselves physically smaller. We cross our arms, we look down at the floor, and we pull our shoulders forward. We try to hide.
That makes sense. When I was waiting to give my presentation, I was looking down at my phone with my shoulders curled up. I felt very small.
Most of us do that, but you can use this communication loop to your advantage. If you change your body language to be open and big, your brain gets a different message. Try standing up straight, pulling your shoulders back, lifting your chin, and taking deep breaths.
And if I stand like that, my brain will think I'm confident?
Yes, when you take up more physical space, your body sends a signal to your brain that says, I am safe, I am in control, there's no danger here. Your brain responds by lowering your stress hormones and increasing hormones that make you feel strong.
So, I've heard a phrase in English, fake it until you make it. Does this relate to that?
Yes, perfectly. But a lot of people misunderstand that phrase. It doesn't mean lying about your skills. It means choosing to act with confidence even when you feel nervous inside. You're faking the outward confidence. Over time, because of the competence loop and the changes in your body chemistry, the confidence becomes real. You don't have to fake it anymore.
I really love that explanation. It's not about lying to others, it's about giving myself permission to be brave until it feels natural.
That is a beautiful way to say it. And part of being brave is changing how we look at failure. Lack of confidence usually comes from a fear of failing or making mistakes. To a person lacking confidence, a mistake feels like proof that they are not good enough. But to a confident person, a mistake is just data.
Data? Like information on a computer?
Yes, exactly like information. When a confident person tries something and fails, they don't think, I am terrible. They think, well, that didn't work. What can I learn from this data so I can do better next time? They separate their personal value from the mistake.
That changes everything. If a mistake is just data, then making a mistake is not dangerous. It's just a way to learn.
Exactly. Think about a baby learning to walk. They stand up, they take a step, and they fall down. They don't sit on the floor and think, I'm a terrible walker, I'm never going to try this again. They treat the fall as data. If you can apply that same mindset to your English speaking, your confidence will grow rapidly.
I'm going to write that down. A mistake is just data. That makes me feel so much lighter. It takes the pressure off.
Let's do a quick summary of what we've covered today. Number 1. Confidence is a skill, not a trait. You can learn it.
Number 2, action comes before the feeling. You have to do the scary thing to build the competence loop.
Number 3, use micro habits. Break the action down into tiny steps so your brain doesn't panic.
Number 4, use your body language. Stand tall to send safe signals to your brain.
And finally, redefine failure. Mistakes are just data that help you get better.
John, this has been an incredible conversation. I honestly feel more confident just talking about this with you. I'm going to try standing tall and using micro habits this week.
I'm glad to hear that, Sarah. And to all our listeners, we challenge you to take one small action today. Just one, micro habit. You have the power to build your own confidence.
Thank you so much for listening to the English Vision podcast. We hope this episode helps you feel a little braver today.
Keep practicing, keep collecting that data, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.